Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. Well, it looks like Donald's got a whole lot of real good positive ideas. Let me ask you a question. Let's say that you're gainfully employed and you've got a family to support and you're doing really well. What would you do if the boss came to you and said, hey, you know what, Mike or Dave or John or Sally or Mary, I need you to train a couple of new employees. Matter of fact, a number of new employees. And you need to make sure that they know what you do. And the reason that is they're going to replace you. And the reason they're going to replace you is I can pay them a quarter of what I've been paying you. So how would you feel if that happened to you? Because it's happening to Americans all across the country. Donald wants to put a stop to that. Here's another question. Why would you reward someone that knowingly commits a crime? You want an example of that? Well, let's say you live in Honduras or South America or Argentina, and you want to have your wife have her baby in America. So what do? You know, there's organizations that run companies that do exactly that. They arrange for pregnant women to come to America, to stay in hotels until they're ready to give birth. There's companies that do that. They want to profit from the idiotic laws in America. Why would you reward someone that's breaking a crime, not these that come here legally on visas so they can do this, but when they cross the borders illegally? And why would you even reward those that come here legally through visas, through these companies, when their full intention is to have an anchor baby? So the anchor baby can help bring in eventually their entire family. It doesn't make any sense. What Congress should do when they reconvene is change the law. Because if Donald becomes president, he will change that law. Congress needs to show the American people that, number one, they've got a spine, which so far they haven't shown that they have a spine. And they need to show the American people that they want to support the laws of this land and change the law, which makes no sense, by rewarding people that knowingly commit crimes. It's really not that difficult to understand. Donald is providing answers to questions that many Americans have, that many Americans didn't believe that there was a solution, because we have a Congress that for the most part is dysfunctional. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see how to fix it. The lawmakers need to get together, propose and pass a bill with a majority, and if that freak in the White House vetoes it, they need to be able to override it. And for those senators that don't override it, well, when their time comes up for re-election, you know what you need to do with them. It's time the American people wake up and start looking after the American people. It's time Congress starts looking after the American people by honoring their oath of office. So far, very few have done that. Donald would be a breath of fresh air. That's sort of what I think. Rewarding people who commit crimes by crossing the border illegally so they can have an anchor baby is insane. And it can be easily rectified. So why don't you ask your congressional representative to get off their asses, put a bill together that does exactly that. Stop rewarding people that commit crimes. And for those companies that arrange for people to come here to have babies, end that insanity as well. You're not an American. Your parents aren't an American. You get born in this country. You're an American of your country. The same as Barack Hussein Obama is a British subject, according to the British Subject Act of 1948. His father was a British subject. That makes him a British subject. And you know what? The Constitution prohibits someone that might have allegiance to another country from occupying the Oval Office. How many billions of dollars has Obama given to Kenya? Probably less than he's given to the Islamic freedom fighters. But it's still, I believe, hundreds of millions of dollars. Would he have given it to Kenya if he wasn't from that British protectorate, which is what it was when his father was born? Folks, you sort of see you've been getting screwed. It's time the screwing stops. That's sort of what I think. Let me know what you think.